and gentlemen, welcome to my conference championship predictions. Would like to point out that my dad is once again joining us today, and this is probably going to be the last prediction video of the season. You know, considering next week is just one game. So, I appreciate yet another awesome year of NFL predictions. It was a ton of fun, and I look forward to next year. Anyway, before we hop into predictions, we got a couple of quick plugs as always. So don't forget to use code WyattzWorld on G Fuel or Prize Picks, where you can save yourself a discount on any G Fuel products or match up to $100 of your first deposit. And if you didn't know, they are doing a CMC free square on Championship Sunday. All he needs is 1 yard for that entry to win. Take advantage of it. But always play responsibly, and let's get into championship predictions. So, starting off with the first game of Championship Sunday, it is the Chiefs at the Ravens. I mean, come on, who do you think I'm voting for here? I may have said good game and good luck to the Chiefs, but that does not mean I like you. I hope Baltimore beats the absolute ever-living dog shit out of you. I watched that defense last week. I know how brutal they are. I know how miserable they are. They don't have a big middle opening gap like the Bills did for Travis Kelce to exploit. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be strapped. Pacheco ain't gonna be able to run, just like Singletary. And after his third receiving touchdown of the day, I think Mark Andrews is gonna throw Taylor Swift a heart of himself and end up taking her home with him. Baltimore has low-key given me gifts all year long. They've helped me whenever I've needed them, basically. Well, I shouldn't say all year, but they beat the Lions, which helped the Vikings. They beat the shit out of the Dolphins, which helped the Bills. And I think they also beat the Jags, which helped the Bills at the end of the year. Do me one more solid. Send Kermit the Frog packing. I'm gonna take Baltimore to absolutely dominate and win this game 38-10. Dad, what do you think?
Hi, WyattzWorld junkies. Wyatt's dad back for some more picks. Hey, last week I went 3-1 in the divisional matchups, so I'm 5-5 in the playoffs so far, which is a pretty poor record, granted, but I did improve a little last week. Unfortunately, the game I got wrong was Buffalo losing to Kansas City. Really wanted Buffalo to win that game. I kind of like the Bills, but I mean, I want them to win it more for Wyatt than anything, and I wanted to get Swift out of there because I'm so sick of it. But anyway, that game went bad, but as bad as that went, the Packer 49er game went beautiful. I really liked how the Packers sucked all the fans in. I'm sure a lot of them were already making reservations for San Francisco and to be out there this week. And even I, you know, much as I don't like the Packers, thought, well, this is over. You know, Green Bay is going to go and play Detroit, figuring Detroit was going to win. And then all of a sudden, they go out there on that defensive stand, take a big crap, and then Jordan Love thinks he's Brett Favre and throws a magnificent pass which gets intercepted. It was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Sucked them in and then took a shit on them. I enjoyed that a lot. This week, we've got a couple of interesting games. Baltimore is hosting the Kansas City Swifts. A lot of people think it's going to be really close, but I don't think it's going to be that close. Kansas City on offense finally woke up. Mahomes pulled his head out and played a decent game, and the Chiefs looked like the Chiefs would normally look. On defense, though, they showed some vulnerability against the run. Held the pass game down against the Bills, but some vulnerability against the run. Now we're going against the Ravens team. Looked pretty awesome last week. They had a rough start. I'm looking for the Ravens to get the running game going against that Kansas City defense. The Ravens got a big physical line. I think they'll manhandle Kansas City's front and punch some holes in it. I think they'll get a lot of yards. For some reason, Kansas City is able to stack the box. Then the Ravens use Flowers, and possibly they get Andrews back, and they move that ball on Kansas City. On the other way around, Kansas City's offense now, with Mahomes looking better, is going to go against a defense that is not wounded. And I think that Baltimore wins this game, and I think they win it handily. I'm going to go 38-17 Baltimore. I hope to see Mahomes sitting on the sideline with the big coat on, outing like he usually does, and I can use the last of my Swifty bags for the few glimpses we have to unfortunately get there. Baltimore wins this game, and I think they win it handily.
And the last game we got, which is Sunday night, is Detroit at San Francisco. Now, I don't want to curse Detroit, but at the same time, I want to pick them, but at the same time, I have just as many concerns as I do confidences in them, and I don't know really what to do. I think their offense is good enough to beat anybody, and I think their defense can hold up front, but that secondary, man, like time after time after time, they get destroyed. So even if they do manage to contain CMC's legs this game, they're still gonna get fucked. I expect some crazy plays out of Dan Campbell. I expect to see a man who literally does anything he can to try and scratch and claw and get a win, but sadly, I don't think the Lions are gonna do it. I don't think the Lions have a fucking shot to beat the 49ers. I don't think there's any chance Brock Purdy gets too comfortable with that Detroit secondary and throws one out there and makes a horrible mistake. I don't see any of that. I see the 49ers hosting an ass kicking, and they dominate Detroit in this game 33-14. Also, if you guys noticed that if my predictions actually do come true here, that'll mean the Super Bowl logo has been correctly predicting the Super Bowl matchup the last 3 years in the league. Can't tell me that's not a little sus. Like, they're gonna have to answer that if that actually comes true again, because that's fucking weird. And for those who don't know what the hell I'm talking about, here are the last 3 Super Bowl logos. So 2 years ago, we had the Bengals and Rams, where it was orange and yellow. Then last year, we had the Eagles and the Chiefs, where the colors were green and red. And now this year, we might have the 49ers and the Ravens, where the colors again are purple and red. What's even scarier about that is if you look at next year's, it is green and purple, which definitely would tell me the Bills aren't going, but would also lead people to believe that the Packers or Eagles are gonna make it, or the Vikings or the Ravens. Actually, Ravens Seahawks. There's more possibilities than I think. I don't know, I'm probably just being stupid anyway. Dad, what are your thoughts?
Okay, now we've got Detroit visiting San Francisco. You know, I always like to pull for the underdog here. I do like San Francisco. I would have said at the beginning of the year that they were probably going to win it all. Maybe they will win it all. They're going into this game. Don't know if Deebo Samuel is going to play. They look sluggish in that last game. I think this game probably they look a little better on offense against that Detroit secondary, which is weak. I don't remember what the exact yardage was, but I know that Baker Mayfield probably threw for over 350 yards against them. I think the game before it was 367 by Stafford. And all year long they've been gashed. The issue for them or for San Francisco is if they don't have Deebo Samuel, they don't have everything they need to gash them. I've seen a clip of even Kittle saying that without Samuel, we're a different team. I like Detroit's offense. I think they're hard to stop. San Francisco had some problems with Green Bay, and Green Bay's offense is not anywhere near what the Lions is. So I'm going to pick an upset here. Much as I like San Francisco, I'm hoping the Lions win, and I think they will win this game. I'll go 31-28. It'll be close. The Lions got to hold that pass defense together a little bit long enough to stop San Francisco and put themselves in the Super Bowl. It'd be nice to see the Lions get in there. They haven't been in there before, and the Lions against the Ravens would be an interesting matchup. So that's what I'm pulling for. Everybody have a great week, and maybe I'll see you with a Super Bowl prediction. Bye now.
Alright guys, and that is all we are going to have for today's video. I know it was a little bit shorter, but that's just kind of how the schedule falls. That and you guys are going to be getting a skit today anyway too. So, thank you guys so much for sticking around all year. I hope you guys had fun with predictions. If you want to show any support to this video, you already know what to do. Comment, like, subscribe, turn that bell on. I try to post as often as I can. But with everything I just said, I'm going to hop off and get this edited so you guys can watch it on time. Have a great rest of your Wednesday, and I will see you in the next video.